I need to be upfront with you. The information I'm about to share isn't from a lab coat or a medical textbook. This is from the trenches. I basically went down a deep rabbit hole, scouring hair loss forums, reading endless blog posts, and piecing together thousands of anecdotal reports from people all over the world who were losing their hair and trying to figure out why. And what I found was a pattern of strange, seemingly harmless daily habits that people swore were contributing to their hair loss. This is their story, their collective wisdom, and it all starts with the idea that you might be destroying your hair every day without even realizing it. I found countless stories of people who loved scorching hot showers, but they also noticed their hair becoming thinner, brittle, and weak. That intense heat can damage the delicate follicles and strip the scalp of its natural protective oils. Then there's the washing itself. Many people, myself included, fall into the trap of washing our hair daily with harsh shampoos. For someone with an oily scalp, that might be fine, but if your hair is even slightly dry, using that every day is like taking sandpaper to a silk sheet. It basically creates a vicious cycle. Your scalp gets stripped raw, it overproduces oil to compensate, you feel greasy, and you wash it again. I read horror story after horror story about people who would see clumps of hair in their brush right after a shower. They thought they were going bald, but what they were really doing was breaking their own hair through mechanical force. The consensus from all this research is clear. You have to treat wet hair with extreme care. Next, I looked into styling, another minefield of unconscious habits. The daily use of a blow dryer on high heat or a flat iron essentially boils the moisture out of the hair shaft, leaving it hollow and prone to snapping. I found entire forums dedicated to a condition called traction alopecia. This is hair loss caused by constant, gentle pulling. It could be from the man bun you wear to the gym every day, or the tight braids, or even a hat worn too tightly. Even something as subtle as parting your hair in the exact same spot for a few years can put enough focused stress on that one line of follicles to cause noticeable thinning in that specific area, a detail many people reported discovering with a shock. Many people in dry climates reported their hair feeling brittle, but what I found interesting was the opposite problem. If you live in a high humidity place, the risk shifts. The combination of sweat and heavy styling products can create the perfect breeding ground for fungus on the scalp, leading to irritation and shedding. The most dramatic stories came from people who underwent chemical straightening treatments. The reports were jarring, with many claiming they lost up to half their hair volume almost immediately. The harsh chemicals required for these treatments cause a direct trauma to the hair shaft, leaving it so weak that it just breaks away. Now, let's talk about what you put inside your body, which was the biggest topic of discussion I found. Your body treats hair as a non-essential luxury. If it senses even a mild scarcity of resources, the first place it cuts the budget is your hair follicles. I saw endless discussions about deficiencies in iron, zinc, vitamin D, and B vitamins all being linked to sudden shedding. Protein is what hair is made of, so a low-protein diet is a direct blow. This is often the first, most subtle sign that something is off with your diet. It's the same with hydration. Chronic dehydration makes hair brittle from the inside out. When you add sugary drinks that can disrupt hormones or alcohol that actively dehydrates you, you're essentially creating a desert environment for your hair to grow in. Chronic stress was, by far, one of the most frequently cited causes of sudden hair loss. It's a condition called telogen effluvium, where a major stressor, a divorce, a job loss, even just a long period of intense anxiety, shocks a huge number of your hair follicles into a resting state. A few months later, they all shed at once. Finally, I uncovered all the unexpected factors. Hundreds of common prescription medications, antidepressants, blood pressure pills, even some acne treatments, list hair loss as a potential side effect. Then there are the debates that rage on in these communities. The creatine controversy is a perfect example. An older study suggested it might raise DHT, the hormone linked to male pattern baldness, and despite newer studies finding no strong link, the fear persists. Because for those already genetically predisposed, it feels like a risk they can't afford. Even the most common hair loss treatment, minoxidil, comes with a bizarre catch people call the dread shed, an initial period where your hair falls out faster as the follicles reset. If you want to see what else I found, I lay it all out in this video right here. Click it, and I'll see you in the next one.